What's good, YouTube? It's your boy TARV. You feel me? Space Cadet, the alien chosen one, because I'm not from this planet. I'm not like you niggas. Modern day hippie shit, you feel me? Out here getting nature, out here outside. Modern day hippie shit. Shout out my boy Andre. You feel me? MDA shit. Y'all gonna fuck with the brand. We coming out soon. But, yeah, today I'm here to talk to y'all about this 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 coronavirus stuff, man. We need to have the conversation. We need to be adults about it. You feel me? And before I really get into it, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. You feel me? And like, I don't want y'all to start trying to say I'm a Nazi or I just don't care about nobody but myself, because that's not true. But we just gotta be, we gotta be honest. Like, we gotta be logical. You feel me? And I sympathize for anybody who's lost a loved one or anybody who's lost their life during all this. I really do. You feel me? I lost my grandpa during all this, and we couldn't even have a full funeral for him. So it's not like I'm just acting like this because I haven't personally felt a loss. It's just we got to be like adults about this. We got to look at facts, look at evidence. And the fact of the matter is, this disease, I'm gonna even go lower because I didn't check, the death rate to the cases yet. But this disease has about at least a 95% survival rate, and I'm pretty sure it's like 97, 98. So that means like literally less than 5% of the people who get it die. And y'all say, well, there's a lot of people getting it, right? And hold up, let me go back to that. Let me go back to deaths. In the beginning of this, right? And I'm not even gonna bring I'm gonna bring politics into it later, even though I'm really not on either side. I'm just looking at facts and using critical thinking and logic to put two and two together. And I'm not on either side. But um, at the beginning of this, the deaths, they were literally counting like every death as a COVID death. I heard a story. They said a motorcyclist got in a car crash and they tested him for COVID. Bro was gonna die. It's not like they said he died from COVID and not from, wrecking his motorcycle. Like what? They said that like elderly people with that shit. I'm high. But with deadly diseases, like they were on their deathbed. They tested them for COVID and said they died from COVID. Like, come on, let's just be real. Let's be real. They didn't die from COVID. So, whatever the death number is right now, you literally got to take like 50,000 of those deaths away because they are falsified. If not half of them, to be honest, but I'll just say 50,000. Now, on top of that, you feel me? The death rate has gone down. I think last month, no, probably a couple weeks ago, it might have been like last week or 2 weeks ago. John Hopkins, you feel me? The number one medical school in America, or one of them, said that the death rate was down 39%. The CDC reported that the mortality rate was too low or too high for the disease to maintain a pandemic threshold, right? And ever since the death rate started going down and testing ramped up, all the mainstream media has been preaching about, been talking about is case numbers, not deaths. They don't want to talk about how the deaths are down here, like literally off the screen. They want to talk how the cases are high, which, like Trump said, just logically, if you have more tests than any other nation in the world, of course you're going to have more numbers. And what these tests, these tests are fake. Like, I've seen so many reports of nurses saying they sent in 100 untested COVID kits and they all came back positive. of the Florida cases where the clinics had literally like 15 clinics literally had 100% positive rates. So you're saying that everybody that went in there had COVID? Everybody that tested at that clinic had COVID? No, that's impossible. It's impossible. You feel me? And even if it was possible, then that means literally probably all of us have COVID. And if that's the case, three 328 million divided by, let's say the death rate's at 200,000, that's less than half of a percent. You feel me? So like we just got to realize we can't save everybody. You feel me? We cannot save everybody. And I really don't want to sound like an asshole like that. But I think of since when all this started, all this stuff went down, right? Only 17 children. That's 0 months to 18 years old. Only 17 in the entire country over the span of like 7 months, 6 months, whatever. Only 17 children died from COVID. And many of them were immune deficient. So meaning their body wasn't at top tier as it is. And that's what we're seeing in a lot of these COVID deaths, right? Now, yeah. In that same, not even in that same time, in like the last 4 or 5 months, guess how many children have died from the rampant gun violence that's going on in these Democrat-ran cities, right? They are letting criminals out of jail because of COVID. You feel me? Murder is up like 79% in Chicago right now. Crime is up 283% in New York City right now. You feel me? Baltimore, terrible. DC, terrible. You feel me? All these places that they're letting all these criminals. California, terrible. All these places they're letting all these criminals out, right? Or terrible right now. And they're saying they're letting them out because of COVID. It doesn't make sense to me. Because they're making us wear masks. They can't they're making us wear masks. Why can't they wear a mask in the jail cell? They gotta let them out of prison. And a lot of these people are really killing the people who snitched on them and stuff. Like, we just gotta be real at some point. This is not the way we supposed to be doing these. It's really not. But yeah, case numbers, they fake. Deaths, or let me not say they fake. They manipulated. Deaths are manipulated. Like, I honestly think right after the election, all this COVID stuff gonna go away. They're gonna stop talking about it. Just like they stopped talking about it for like a month when all these riots popped off. And they said if you go to a riot, you can't get COVID. What? Y'all gotta see, man. This is totally political. And I know it sounds crazy. I really do. But y'all gotta realize that since birth, these people in the mainstream media and that have been running our country, right? I'm gonna do a whole nother video on exposing this matrix of a world we live in and our government. It's gonna be like 2 separate videos because it's a lot to go over. And I know it's a lot for y'all, you feel me, y'all bots, because that's really what y'all are to swallow and to understand and to think critically about. But you feel me, y'all watch all these movies, right? It's literally like that. We are literally in a movie and we've all been fooled since birth. And it's not really our fault because we had bot parents that didn't know what was going on. And we just listened to them because, we a child. We don't know what's going on. And these, I'm not even going to get into, religion right now. You feel me? Look, y'all can believe what you believe. You feel me? I honestly like Christianity because for the most part, it makes people be better people. But we just got to talk about it. You feel me? Don't be mad at me. Be mad at history. But anyways, y'all got to understand that this virus, this pandemic, because that's what it is. It's planned. It's been planned out. Everything that's going on right now has been planned out for 21 years. Let me say that again. Everything that has been going on right now has been planned out for 21 years. Y'all didn't, do that rioting stuff. They planned that. They planned George Floyd death. And I'll make a video on that, but y'all not going to believe me. So, yeah, I'm not even going to waste my time, actually. But all this stuff is just so they can push mail-in voting. That is literally the only reason for this pandemic. Because let's go back into politics, right? And again, I'm not on either side. I think there's some stuff wrong with the right, and there's a lot of stuff wrong with the left. There's a lot, and we gonna talk about it. Because y'all really is sitting here about to vote for this dimension for Joe Biden, who literally doesn't know what day it is, just because y'all hate Trump so much, because y'all let these fake mainstream media news stations lie to y'all. And y'all so in love with former politicians that are bad people. Like, it really doesn't make no sense at this point. It really doesn't. But this is my thing, right? Trump, he tried to close the borders in January, right? Coincidentally, if I'm a conspiracy theorist, you're a coincidence theorist. But coincidentally, on the same day that Kobe died, Trump said we should close the border to China, right? And all y'all dummies, right? Y'all got on Twitter and y'all started calling him a xenophobe, right? Then when COVID got to the United States, y'all was like, oh, why didn't he close the border? Oh, he not doing his job. Oh, like, come on, let's be real. Let's just be real. Then in March, Dr. Fauci, which is a fake doctor in every sense of the word, he told y'all, nah, don't wear masks. They not gonna help y'all. You feel me? You just gonna look crazy. He said that in March. Then a month later, he's saying everybody need to wear masks. He didn't conduct any closed experiences. He said I can go out like this. You feel me? And that'll work. That I can go out with a shirt and I can see through this shirt. I'm looking at myself through the shirt right now. And that it'll be fine. You can't get COVID like that. That you can put on these flimsy, you feel me, ear loop masks with many holes in it, and that it'll protect you from COVID. Do y'all realize that a virus it's so small you need a microscope to see it, a virus particle. Y'all really think these masks is gonna save y'all from a virus? And y'all like really look stupid. Cause I see people hooping with masks on. Like, you really next to another sweaty human being and you think a mask is gonna stop you from getting sick. Okay. Y'all actually making yourselves more sick, because when you breathe in and out, you are breathing out of certain toxins and the carbon dioxide and the bad stuff that your lungs filter out every time you breathe. You're breathing that out. So when y'all have a mask, which is like a petri disc, right? All on your face 24/7, and y'all mostly only alternate 2 masks every, you feel me, month. So 24/7 you like this. And the carbon dioxide is going back into your body, which isn't good. All your germs is stuck on that mask, stuck on your face, making you get sicker. And then when you get COVID, your body not going to be good enough, and it might be fatal. That's all I'm going to say. Yesterday, MSNBC, they came out with an article that said 7 long-term effects of overuse mask wearing or something like that, right? Guess what? The article was dated for November 6th. You feel me? Go on Twitter. I swear you, all the real information be on Twitter. I know that sounds crazy, but y'all cannot trust these news stations, these mainstream media networks, because they're all owned. You feel me? It's all fake. It's all reality. That's how I look at it now. I look at it as reality TV, like dead ass. But it said, I swear, the date said November 2020. So they either predict in the future or they want to tell y'all something right after the election of, oh yeah, y'all been wearing masks these whole time, and this is how it hurts y'all. That's why I'm not wearing a mask. Like, yeah, I'll wear one in classrooms with in close proximity with people around my chin. You feel me? I'm gonna be drinking water all class. You feel me? If I'm in a big lecture, I'm not wearing a mask. I'll sit 30 rows from somebody. I'm not wearing a mask if I'm in a huge lecture with, you feel me, like 25 people, because that's all the people that can be in a room. Done. But, you feel me? Y'all just gotta realize there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Like, a lot. And I just want to go back. One more thing about COVID, and then I'm going to just finish up this video. COVID, right? And I told you, I'm not on either side. I'm just looking at facts and using common sense and critical thinking and, you know, realizing who's telling the truth and who's lying to you. Now, the left already has like 3 lies under their belt. They were wrong when they called Trump a xenophobe when he suggested closing the borders. They were wrong when they said don't wear masks, apparently. And they're wrong when they say wear masks. Now, this drug, you feel me, the treatment for COVID, right? One, y'all gotta realize that the medical industry is exactly that. It's an industry. You feel me? Doctors, how you think they get paid? You feel me? Medicine is designed, and it's not necessarily the doctors because they just doing what they taught. But the people at the top of these industries that own everything, which is like the same people who own these news media stations and literally everything that you eat and everything, they literally own us pretty much. We're their livestock. And I know that sounds terrible, but that's true. But the medical field in Western medicine is basically something to make you good enough for a moment, but not cure you to... So you're basically their customer. They're not going to sit there and, you feel me, cure you right then because they lose all that money they pump out of you. That's why they pump you with poison as a cancer treatment. That just sounds fucking crazy. Like, come on, let's be real. You don't think they got a cure for cancer? You don't think they got a cure for AIDS? Come on, let's be real. Let's be real. You don't think they got a cure for Ebola? Listen, peep game. AIDS, Ebola, and I think cancer are all patented. And that means that they are owned, right? So if they are owned, that means they are man-created. So if somebody created it, that means they have a cure for it. And 2, they are literally creating diseases that kill people. And I'm 99.999% sure they created this. No, I'm 1,000% sure they created this COVID stuff. They really did. And it's like easy to see once you just start using your brain and like start figuring out how to see your way through this matrix, because that's really what life is. And y'all might think I'm crazy right now, but in 6 months I'm gonna be like, I told you so. And I'm talking shit. I'm really talking shit about all y'all talking shit. You feel me? But back to this drug. Trump said back in like March, or maybe it was April, he said he's been using hydroxychloroquine and like it's been real good for him. And y'all laughed at him, y'all clowned him, and y'all was like, he's trying to get people to kill themselves, yada yada yada, yada yada this, yada yada that. And whole time, and saying it didn't work, whole time that drug has been used for over 65 years and like 50% of medications all around the world. And it's worked. Doctors, licensed medical doctors, that passed y'all exam came out and said they've been treating patients with hydroxychloroquine, and they've had 100% recovery rate, meaning no one died when they used it in the very early stages. But y'all would rather listen to these false doctors, these phony doctors that are just trying to make a buck off you, than to actual doctors that care about your health. And it's crazy. And y'all try and blame that on Trump. Like, how is that his fault? And this is my real last thing about the pandemic, because I forgot about that. The worst cases this pandemic is popping off in, or was popping off in at the start, was freaking Democrat states, which are the same places that have the worst crime right now. That's too many coincidences for me. It's like they go hand in hand, because they do. But you feel me? New York, right? Who has literally like almost 3 times the amount of deaths of any other state in America. And along with 3 other Democrat states, including California, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. All of those governors forced infected COVID patients into nursing homes with people who were the most susceptible to COVID. Because I think they said the average person of somebody who died from COVID literally is older than the average age that the average person dies at. So, like, come on, let's be real. But, like, there was people, they was counting 99, you feel me, 95, 101 as COVID deaths. Like, come on, let's be real. But, yeah, these 4 states, they are in the top 6 or 7 states with the most COVID deaths. And they all forced infected COVID patients into nursing homes with these people who were the most susceptible, who had the weakest immune systems, and were the most susceptible to death. And that's why the death rate was so high at the beginning. Like, and Trump, he made 2 hospital boats and sent one to New York, sent one to Cali. They put 0 patients on there. They rather put them in these nursing homes and get all these innocent people dead, and wouldn't let you hold a funeral. But as soon as one of their politicians died, they all side by side with fake masks on, acting like it's gonna help you. You feel me? And acting like that was good enough, but you can't have a funeral for your family because you're not important enough, I guess. That's why I couldn't have a full funeral for my grandpa, because I guess he wasn't important enough. Like, they don't care about anybody but themselves. They make rules for themselves. But, yeah, y'all just got to realize that all of this is a matrix. Like, all of this is a plan. I really hate that this video is so long, but y'all really got to wake up. There's a lot of stuff going on that people don't realize is going on. If you don't know about the Jeffrey Epstein case, if you don't know about the Clinton emails, you need to look into that, for real. Because there's a lot of disturbing stuff that went on in our government for the last 200-something years, literally. And, yeah, I mean, like, it's honestly unspeakable things, but it's just a lot of sex trafficking going on, and child trafficking, and rape and sacrifice of children in Hollywood and in our government with these politicians y'all love, and you feel me, y'all love and worship, and so these politicians and celebrities that work together to fool you your entire life, that y'all love so much. These people are terrible people, and the truth is coming out. And, like, I really don't even like talking about it because it just disturbs me to think, like, these people that that y'all look up to, they were really taking advantage and stealing children from around the world. And a lot of them are black babies, and they love to talk about, you feel me, Black Lives Matter and all that, but they are the ones killing us. They are the ones oppressing us. And that's how you know they really don't care at all. Like, they go to Haiti and abduct millions of children every year. Literally. Like, why do y'all think Haiti is still a third world country in 2020? But, that's a whole nother video. I'm already at 25 minutes. If you stayed here to the end, you feel me? Like that. Subscribe if you new. Share the video. We gotta wake people up, you feel me? It's not a left and a right. It's all of us together against literal demons. That's why when y'all see me on Instagram talking about these demons, they are really demons. But man, I love y'all, man. Stay safe, stay healthy, exercise, eat well, and T out.